Now, let's make the plating for the helmet. First, we'll duplicate the visor with Shift D, drag it over to about there, then we'll tab into edit mode, and we'll delete all but one vertices. So, we'll grab that, turn on magnet mode, place it here, make sure clipping is turned on, then we'll extrude it out along the center line, extrude out again, and extrude back to this line, which separates the top and the back plates. Later, we'll add a line along here that will separate the plates, as well as these two from the side along here. So, we'll extrude out now, extrude down to there, and down to the bottom of the plate. Then we'll extrude out sideways. We'll have to turn off clipping for that. Turn it back on, extrude out to there, extrude up again, drop out there. Then we'll go along the edge of this crease on the top plate. Add another vertice there, which will match up with an edge loop along here. Extrude out, 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 down, down, and then we'll start connecting them. Unfortunately, we just made these lines, so we'll fill them in, get rid of them, and start filling in these faces. And last one. Now, each of these plates have a crease in the side, and they only end about here. So we'll extrude out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since there's no curve in the plate on the side between the side crease and the edge, we don't need a central vertice loop. We can just fill them in like this. And done. Now I'll need to make the side plate. I'll grab this vertice here, drag it down 1, 2, and down to the very bottom 3. 1, 2, connected there, 3. Maybe drag this one a bit down. Extrude it out to there. 1, 2, 3. Drag these over here a bit. Scale them up so they're further apart. Connect. 1, 2. Drag that over. 3. Move that down a bit. Extrude out 1, 2. Connect these. Connect these. Nope. And final face. Okay. Looks good. We'll just have to drag that out to match the x coordinates of the sculpt. So how does that look? We can drag it up to take a look at the helmet. But of course, we'll have to move it back. So Command Z, back down. Let's take a look at it without the sculpt. So looks pretty good, fits in with the visor quite well. we'll have to drag this bit over. And of course the bottom has this not very tight curve, so we'll tighten it up by adding an edge loop with Control R. We don't need that one, just this one. Shift V to drag it down, and that tightens it up quite nicely. Unfortunately, this top bit also needs some modification since it's too low, so we'll drag it up, drag this up. You may as well just scale the whole thing up. And now we're going to start separating the top plate, the back plate, and the side plate. So we'll grab this loop of edges with Shift-Alt right-click, this one, and this one. Then we will bevel it. We'll bevel it with 4 segments, so we end up with 5 different edge loops. Then we will Shift-Alt right-click, Shift-Alt right-click, Shift-Alt right-click, and then get a good angle to drag it in, adding this nice little separation bit. We'll also crease this edge loop, like the sculpt, but we'll only do that with 1 segment, so we only get 2 edge loops from the bevel. Just want to fix up this little bump bit where it comes out instead of in, so that's just these 2 edges. Drag it in, GY. Drag this over a bit. Looks pretty good. Got a bit of a bump here. So I'll drag this down, drag this up. And then this, it does not merge in the middle. So what are the x coordinates of this? Not 0, I set them to 0. And it looks pretty good now. Comes out a bit far here, so we'll just drag it in. Doesn't need to be that big. And it also fits in with the visor quite nicely, so that's a win.